So we're just gonna stop and focus on, right, which madhab should somebody follow. And as you mentioned, ya Sheikh, in America we have very diverse communities, right? We have brothers from Pakistan, brothers from Egypt, brothers from America, brothers from Brazil, brothers from all over the world, brothers from Africa, who grew up, right, in different maybe societies and environments in which those environments followed particular madhabs. As you mentioned, Northern Africa, the majority of the madhab that they follow is Maliki, right? In the Desi communities, right, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, they follow the Hanafi madhab, right? In Sham and Iraq, some places like that, right, they follow the Shafi'i madhab, and the Khalij and some other places surrounding it, they follow the Hanbali madhab. Okay, so is it permissible for somebody to follow a madhab and maybe do taqleed of a madhab? Okay, so now we have to differentiate between the two different types of people. Okay, as for the layman, okay, the one who doesn't have time to study Arabic or learn Arabic or sit in the lectures and classes and things like this, then many of the scholars mentioned, such as Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, then it could be obligatory upon the layman that he has to follow a particular madhab. So how does he learn a particular madhab? He searches, first of all, for the trustworthy scholar, which will teach him that particular madhab, right? فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ, right? So he's going to go to a student of knowledge or to a masjid which has lectures which are teaching this particular madhab, and him as a muqallid, as somebody who I guess you can say is following, right? I don't know, Sheikh, sometimes translating a taqleed as blind following is a little difficult. More like taqleed al-a'ma, right? Because taqleed is permissible, but taqleed al-a'ma is not permissible, right, Sheikh? So as for following a particular madhab and sticking and studying and researching one particular madhab, right, then this is something which is permissible for someone to do. Okay, whether it's the Hanafi madhab, the Maliki madhab, Shafi'i madhab, the madhab of Imam Malik, the madhab of Imam Bukhari, the madhab of Ahl al-Hadith, the madhab of Sufyan al-Thawri, the madhab of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, the madhab of Layth ibn Sa'ad, the madhab of AbuZaid. As you mentioned, there were many madhab. But what is dispraised and impermissible, Sheikh, which unfortunately we find many of our brothers and sisters falling into, is blind following every single view and opinion in that particular madhab. This is what the scholars say that is impermissible. Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, he mentioned in his, I believe it was Majmu' Fatawa, where he mentioned he was actually questioned by somebody who was following the Hanafi madhab, and they came to him and asked him, right, the people in the masjid said that, right, his prayer wasn't correct because he did something in his prayer which wasn't from the Hanafi madhab. So he wanted to, is it okay? He came and asked Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, is it okay for me to pray, with the majority of the opinions of Imam Abu Hanifa in the prayer, but do one or two things which are from another madhab? And Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, he said this is better for him to do than to strictly follow one madhab in every single opinion, even if it's correct and even if it's incorrect. And he said this, when you blind follow everything in a madhab, even if it's correct and incorrect, this can lead somebody to misguidance, and this can lead, he even said, Shaykh al-Islam, to kufr, to disbelief. Because now somebody is making an individual who is not an authoritative source in Islam as an authoritative source and comparing them with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Imam Karim, following a madhab is good, studying a madhab is good, researching a madhab is excellent, but becoming bigoted to a certain madhab,
fanatic,
and forcing your opinion upon
extremist
other
about
people that they have to follow that particular opinion in that madhab, this is what is impermissible, because we know the hukum of al-muqallid and la yujbiru ahad an yuqallid ra'yuhu.
No.
Right? If you take the ruling, if you said, okay, well, I'm a ami, I'm a layman, I can't study Arabic, I don't understand Arabic, I don't know Arabic, and I'm studying this madhab with my Shaykh Karim AbuZaid. He's Shafi'i, or he inclines to the madhab of Shafi'i. in many of his opinions, and I want to learn with him. So as a muqallid, he cannot come to me or come to another individual in the masjid and say, hey, Imam Karim, he said this is the Shafi'i madhab, you're praying wrong, you have to pray like this.
Yeah.
So he has to stay in his lane.